Hello all. Now I had done a review a few weeks back about Combi and Jester. They were part of the latest color reveals. And this is another 2-pack that I found. This one's the Astro Funk and the Rally Cat. So it's part of Mix 3 of 2025. Now what's cool is like this Astro Funk here. This is a casting that we have only seen a couple times since it's been around. It's only been around, well, it's been around since 2011. So it was out on the main line, and then it never got into the main line again. In 2012, it was mystery model. Then 2014, it was cool classics, which I find very odd. So it usually reserved for like it says, like cars that we would know, classics, right? And yet it was a relatively new casting at the time, and it had the spectral flame or spectral frost treatment. And we never saw it since. So since 2014, this casting was dormant. People thought maybe it was no longer, in use, and yet we have it again in 2025. This is the Astro Funk. It's supposed to be kind of like it's a UFO or like a space-themed one. And the funny thing is that on the card in the back, it says that the birthplace of this casting is Roswell, which is known, for the UFOs and all that, the rumored crash landing of the UFO. Anyway, so this is the Astro Funk. We have not seen a lot, and it is an interesting casting because while it's got 4 layers like usual, it's metal on metal. At least that's what it feels. I'm 99.9% certain that this top here is metal, and the base has always been metal on this casting too. So that's very interesting. With the Rally Cat, this is much more standard. It's not as interesting a story as the Astro Funk. This one has been around for less time than this casting, but it's appeared, on and off. Like, for example, we saw it in the Neon Speeders in 2023, so it comes and goes, this casting, and now we have it in this color reveal line. If you're wondering, this was originally coated in teal. This is after I gave it that initial water bath. And these colors are when it's warm. So we're gonna see what it looks like when it's in cold water. One thing I do want to point out though, the quality control is not great. See, for example, once I have scrubbed off the paint, we've got like some chipping for the initial paint here, and you can really tell that there's like paint missing. And then it didn't come off. It's just that the initial paint application is not great. I don't know if it's gonna focus or not, but it's odd. So some issues. Curious about the tempos. The only one I would find interesting is this little cat that we see here. It's not really obvious, but for this being a car called the Rally Cat. Overall, this casting is not one I collect, but this one is very interesting for the rarity of it and the fact that it is metal on metal, at least from what I gather. So now let's see what it looks like when we put it in cold water. So let's see here. It is a navy blue. Yeah, pretty cool. The tempos that come out of it are really obvious. Like they pop really, really well. It's nice. So pretty cool. And I do prefer it in blue because of the contrast, and also the contrast with that bubble cockpit here. So now let's see what the Rally Cat. Okay, so it went from a red to like dark burgundy. That's what I would say. And so the tempos and the little kitty cat there it's still very small, but you can still make it out. And there you go, Hot Wheels. So that's the kind of tempo that we have on this car. And I see the paint chipping it's really too bad. Yeah, that's poor quality there. But all right. That's how these two look like. And on this note, I wish you all a great day, guys, okay? Bye.